Hi there. Hope you're having a great week. This is just my reflection on cultural literacy. I hope the Prezi helped you understand a bit more about cultural literacy. I know it was a new topic for me. I hadn't heard of E.D. Hirsch before I started looking at the different resources. And the YouTube clip does do a great job at outlining the topic. At first, when I was first reading, I was a bit hesitant, especially when I heard him say that lower class students, especially middle class students, are lacking this cultural literacy, and especially um, even bright students. So putting those two classes and then the bright made me a bit weary, especially after just completing a course for my master's around cultural foundations and looking a lot at the isms. But then, upon further reflection, a lot of it seems to be what we in the past have called schema, and I came across the quote that's posted where he does equate it to schema, and needing that schema to really be able to fully understand the book you're reading or the topic you're discussing, or to be able to interact with other individuals. Um, so it was interesting, especially this weekend, because I did come upon some posts through Twitter that really linked into that conversation. One of them was of an individual that was just talking about uh, areas um, watching football on a Sunday, because not necessarily because he loved football, but because he knew people during the week would be talking about football. So needing that information to join those conversations and be able to talk to them. So that really tied into that concept that E.D. Hirsch talks about with about the need of having um, certain sets of understanding, vocabulary, etc., to be able to join a conversation. Then there was a different post that I came across from Daniel Pink that was really cool in talking about the need of balance between standardized curriculum, which is really hot right now on Twitter, especially with the states and the core curriculum that they're talking about. Um, but then how that competes with that set of skills that people are looking for in the workplace today. It was really interesting as he uh, even got to the point where we talk about kids needing problem solving skills, but in today's workforce they're looking for individuals that can pinpoint a problem. And that really brought that idea in my head is it the cultural literacy that they need, or do they need to know um, the skills to be able to guide their own cultural literacy, to be able to go access that information, access that fact. The multicultural report talks about or criticizes the fact that E.D. Hirsch's list is very much representative of a white male um, upper class perspective. So how do we bring that to play? What's the role of cultural literacy in a multicultural society where we talk about globalized workforce and interconnected classrooms? I have students talking to people in Alberta and then talking to people in the Congo. How will they ever be able to have enough cultural literacy? Is it about finding that knowledge or having somebody tell you the list of information you need? And then I think, isn't that what our curriculum documents are? And then the other question is this a conversation for the intermediate language classroom, or is this a wider conversation to be had? Lots of questions. Looking forward to the conversation. Have a great week.